The group by clause. The general syntax to the group by clause is an addition on the end of a query, and it comes before the order by clause. The order by clause always comes last. The group by clause can group by a column. Obviously a table alias, table name and or schema can apply, and you can also include an expression in a group by clause as part of the list of group by elements. You cannot include a position number like you can in an order by clause. There's also a having clause which allows you to filter the results of a group by clause. What happens is you select information, you pull a bunch of rows. The where clause filter applies a filtering process during the process of pulling those rows using the select statement and the from clauses. So it reduces the amount of I/O. The group by clause then applies a process of aggregation or summary to the rows selected by and filtered with where to produce a smaller row set. Generally, the having clause is used to filter the group by results. So don't get the where clause and having clause mixed up. They're not quite the same thing, and you also don't want to use the having clause to do a basic where clause filter, because that's inefficient. In addition to the basic group by clause, we have rollup, cube and grouping sets that we've already seen, which gets applied with the group by clause to refine what's produced by the group by clause. Pivot and unpivot are new to 11G and make changes to row and column structure that rotate or pivot between columns and rows and columns and vice versa. The pivot clause has been included in this chapter as an addendum to the group by clause. We can find syntax information and details about the group by clause in the Oracle manuals. Once again, in the SQL Language Reference Guide, searching for the select statement, and if we go down to here, click on subquery factoring, and hang on a second, that's the wrong place to look. Query block from group by clause. Here we go. Group by clause, group by clause. Here's the link. Here's the group by expression, rollup, and we can look at the rollup queue clause, and we can also look at the grouping sets clause, and there are other items within here as well. Grouping expression list, so on and so forth. That's where we can find the syntax information for group by in the manuals.